Welcome to the Wednesday Warrior Wrap-Up, where we take a look at some of the awesome news and reveals of this week. First up on the Wednesday Warrior Wrap-Up, I'd like to say happy holidays and season's greeting to you as I am recording this on Christmas Day. First up, we have a look at a Transformers reveal, as you can see here in the images, and it is that of the Commander class that is going to be the Studio Series 1 next year. In 2025, that will be part of Devastator. So now we have a look here, thanks to Evan and the Transformers team and Hasbro revealing this over the week, of none other than Long Haul and Hook of the Transformers Devastator combiner. And they're both going to come in this box. They're both about Voyager scale, and they both come with really good paint details. I believe the one shown here is an EP2. It's not quite the finished product. There's still some things here and there that need to be tweaked, but they wanted to show us it as soon as possible to get us excited. Now at this point, we've seen both of our Commander classes from the main line and the Studio Series, which is really exciting. The best part about this is, in order to make the combiner mode so there's not as much kibble on the characters themselves, they have a little extra bit that's a trailer for Long Haul to carry around that makes the extra parts of the lower part of the body, I believe, and it just looks really cool. We also got a updated image now of the 4 of the 6 shown here in the green colors, and then they still have the prototypes of, I believe, Scavenger and Mixmaster, the other 2 limbs. This hasn't had a pre-order date yet, but we're thinking, if I'm correctly, this one goes up for pre-order in April or July. I think it's July. They're supposed to be in stores in July. They'll probably go up for pre-order in spring, and then they'll hit store shelves in July, just in time for Comic-Con to kind of get the hype excited about it. We'll probably see the other 2 revealed at Comic-Con or at an event between now and summertime, so that we could see all of them on display in their full glory at the convention. But yeah, just a really cool thing to show off. They really are pushing out a lot of the product that is coming out in 2025. So that we can get excited about it. I'm excited for the Age of the Primes. I'm excited to see where Studio Series is going. I'm excited for this Devastator. But yeah, that's just some of the fun Transformers stuff that was shown this week. And in other Transformers news, we have a look here at YOLO Park, which we've talked about before on the channel. And I really like YOLO Park. They make these semi-model kit action figure, non-transformable Transformers. I have gotten the Megatron, the Optimus already, and I can't put them down. They're fun to play with. They're great little figures to have that kind of scale well with 3-inch figures. So if you wanted to have them with your 3-inch Joes, they actually look kind of more proportionate wise right next to them. So if you have any of those 25th anniversary Joes that were at Walmart a while back, they actually can kind of scale with these really well. But on the topic of what we're showing here today, they are doing a clear variant of Optimus. I don't think this is supposed to be any nods to anything. I mean, you could see it as the ghost of Optimus if you wanted to, kind of the ghost of Starscream, which I'm sure, since we're getting the Starscream from YOLO Park, we'll see the same treatment to him and he'll be the ghost of Starscream. But I think this is just like Gundam, where if you have a model, might as well do a clear version, a metallic version, all black and gold version, any number of variations of it. It's just a really cool offering. It is, I believe, a pre-order window, so you have to pre-order it between certain dates. I'll have the link in the description down below for this product, because it is available for pre-order now. I believe it goes till early next year, like the first week of next year, and then it's done. And then whatever's, I think you can't buy it after that. I mean, you'll be able to buy it probably on like Fan Channel, like Big Bad Toys, Entertainment Earth, or Amazon if they have some quantities left over. But pre-ordering directly from them guarantees that you'll get it. And it is coming out beginning of next month, so it is obviously all ready to go. It's not like a crowdfunded thing, so I just thought that was really cool. Just another amazing version of this. I believe the LEDs are still in it in this version, just like the other versions, so you'll have cool light up features wherever their light up features were. I believe it is the gun and the eyes. I could be wrong though. And I'm sure, like the first Optimus, you will have to buy the batteries yourself. They are the little button batteries, so you'll have to figure that out, but definitely really awesome stuff. And in Mezco toy news, we have a look at 3 different offerings that have come out throughout the week or so that I haven't covered yet, so I wanted to cover them here. First up is Dr. Savage, I believe is how you say it. I could be saying it wrong. From the Mezco Toys kind of universe, and it's a really cool figure. Has alternate heads, including a completely different head than the other ones that it comes with. Really cool weapons, and just it's a really fun looking character. Reminds me of Johnny Quest, kind of. I think he had a bodyguard that kind of looked like this, so I thought that was really cool. Then we have, in the same vein of things, that was a 1/12 scale, so it's the 6-inch ones. And then in the same vein of that scale, but in Marvel oriented stuff, the Marvel Thor from Mezco is coming out. It's the classic Thor Silver Age, kind of like the Captain America that just recently came out for pre-order, and we're still waiting for it to ship. But they're doing Thor now, which looks incredible, and I'm excited for it, but I will probably sit that one out. And then finally, in their 5-point articulation figures, they're doing Beetlejuice figures, and you get a variety of different characters that are available right now to pre-order. I'll put the link down in the description down below if you want to pick them up. I know Beetlejuice just went to Max, so you can watch it now if you have Max. I heard really great things about the movie. I just recently watched it and thought it was really good. But yeah, no, just some really fun Mezco stuff. And I mean, that pretty much wraps up most of the toy news I'll be covering, because it is the holiday season, so a lot of stuff is kind of McFarlane, Super 7, NECA, what was the other one? Mondo. They all kind of didn't really have anything to show off this week, at least that I saw or thought was interesting. But yeah, just some really fun messages. And like always, comics this week that we think look amazing. We have a selection of comics that I thought looked really cool this week. First up, we have Void Rivals number 15, which continues, of course, our Void Rivals universe story, and our Energon universe story in the Void Rivals side of things. And I love the cover because it is, of course, just Hot Rod from Transformers right there in all his glory. And then we have a look at quite a few Marvel titles. First up is Marvel Time Slide, or Time Soldier. I don't know if I'm saying which one it is. And it is that of the Cable from the X-Men and Bishop from the X-Men have to stop a certain X-Men villain from destroying the X gene before it can develop and make the mutants. And it sounds really fun, and anything with Cable and Bishop and the time-traveling Marvel characters is always fun. And then we have a look at Kidpool and Spider-Boy number 1, which looks really exciting. It's, kind of like Spider-Man and Deadpool. You got Kidpool, being a smart mouth, causing chaos, and you got Spider-Boy here trying to make sure that everything goes well and that Kidpool doesn't get into too much trouble, and I'm very excited for that. And then we have a look at Hell Hunters number 1, which is really awesome, which kind of takes place in World War II, and it's got a Ghost Rider, it's got Wolverine, it's got some other Marvel characters like Bucky or Winter Soldier. I don't know what they're kind of going for there. He looks like the Winter Soldier, but I think it's Bucky. It's just really fun looking, so I'm excited for it. I believe it takes place in World War II. I could be wrong, but it's a really awesome comic. And then we have a look at a comic that I'm not personally getting, but I've seen it on the shelf, and it is that of Marvel's Avengers X Ultraman. And the cover just popped out when I was going through the comics coming out this week that I thought looked good. And the cover of Ultraman just fighting Galactus really piqued my interest. I was like, whoa, that looks cool. Even though I haven't been reading the series, that's really awesome. Maybe when it goes to Marvel Unlimited, I'll kind of read through it and see what's going on. But I never thought to imagine Galactus going head-to-head with Ultraman, so that's really exciting. But yeah, those are the comics this week I thought looked incredible, and then kind of like a spotlight on a comic that I'm not going to get, but I think looks really awesome. And if you're collecting the series, I hope you're enjoying it because that cover looks incredible. In our creative corner, we have a look at Marty's Workshop on Instagram, who is an amazing model artist and maker, and their page popped out to me because honestly, I'm a big Star Wars, the Clone Wars fan, and clones in general, and Battlefront, and then I'm also a fan of things like Back to the Future, Mad Max, and as you'll see from some of the images here, they have a lot of that on their page. But the crazy part is they took those Jedha die-cast small Back to the Future ones, and that's what I'm going to talk about right now, and made little bases with the scenes for those DeLoreans, and made them, and they're like really small. I mean, if you've seen those Jedha Back to the Futures from Jedha, the little ones, you know how small they are. And then they've got Mad Max here, which looks incredible, and it has a little minifig, and then the car, and then a little base, and just some really awesome stuff. And then we've got, of course, some Battlefront clone troopers, which I think use the model kits, but Baby Black Series figures as the base. And we have the clone medic from Battlefront 2, I believe, and then the Battlefront 2 jet trooper, which look really incredible. And then there's a lot of other awesome stuff is on their page. I would definitely suggest that you go and check it out if you're a modeling fan, if you're an art, a Star Wars fan, a fan of like Back to the Future and miniatures and stuff like that, because there's like a lot of miniature art stuff that's on their page. It's really cool. They even have like this pictures I have of the Republic. I think it's the Republic version of a Star Destroyer. I think it's like a Venator. I can't remember what the actual names were. It's been a while. But it's got like tiny little gunships and tiny little like Republic fighter ships and just all this stuff in the hangar. And they have like a full detailed like hangar with all the little vehicles in there. You can see on this corridor how they're super small, and just incredible work. I always love things that are that, like when you can get something tinier so you can fit more on the shelf. That's always a win. But yeah, definitely give them a follow, give them the likes, give them the love, support if that is if those are the kind of things you're interested in. I have their link to their profile in the description down below, like always. And that about wraps it up. And that about wraps it up. Thanks for stopping by. If you have any comments, leave them in the comment section. If you're feeling generous, share it. And thank you so much for watching. Till next time, bye.